Been going hard since I was born. No, I can't stop now. I crush you over, run you over. No, I can't stop now. Working hard for these dreams. No, I can't stop now. Going through your whole team. No, I can't stop now. Came from Tacoma where the rim was barely make it out. USC bound, you can see he's on a different route. My brother's keeper, if you creepin', you gon' say the truth. Clean cut, boys, take the picture, see the proof. I put the work in, I make the crowd go wild. Time at the touchdown, that's all you hear all night. The only L I ever took was Stanford Lincoln. Julien Simon, get your money, that can't be equal. Been going hard since I was born. No, I can't stop now. I crush you over, run you over. No, I can't stop now. Working hard for these dreams. No, I can't stop now. Going through your whole team. No, I can't stop now.
Tacoma, Tacoma. We probably put people in the boat. We probably put people in the boat.
No, I can't stop now. No, I can't stop now.
Alleywack Productions.
Everybody call me Springs around my city, but you know, I go by Plugged In Springs. Once bro had kind of caught wind of me doing my thing, it was just only right for him to just lock in with me and rock with me.
I've been knowing him for years. We go back, like all the way back. We went to the same church together, so I kind of grew up around him. And as soon as I seen him like cutting hair and I seen his work, I was like, yeah, man, I got to get cut by him. And you know, all it took was that one time, and I haven't stopped coming to him since.
How I go about it is, you know, look good, feel good, play good. So, you know, I kind of just get in my bag on him, trying to bring out the best in him on the field, you know what I'm saying? So he liked that taper a lot, for real.
I'm a simple guy. I like to keep things simple. Yeah. So I do, you know, I have a routine, so I get my routine in. Same cut. Lincoln, I mean, it was home before I started started going there as a freshman. My brothers went there. My mom graduated from Lincoln. I had two older brothers that graduated from Lincoln, so it kind of runs through our blood. You know, we got Lincoln DNA. So really, I just wanted to kind of pick up where they left it, and that was kind of the mark I wanted to leave on Lincoln, and really just kept on doing what I was supposed to do. And really, Lincoln has become, a home to me. It's a place where I will always, feel welcome to. USC, I mean, it's just the best choice for me as far as getting on the field, playing as a freshman. I think I have my best chances at USC, and obviously it's a great education. It's a great school. I mean, and you're in the heart of LA. I've been playing AAU since I think the 4th grade. I always wanted to play since I was probably like 5 years old, but my parents wouldn't let me because they were like, oh, you're too young, you gotta wait. So as soon as I got the chance to play AAU in 4th grade, I never looked back from that moment.
Come out like that. Practice how you play, fellas. Let's go. As long as we're in position to win the game. Set it, your corner, ball side corner.
I just enjoyed all the traveling and all the memories that you make. Lots of flights and lots of tournaments and lots of championships won too. So I had a very, very fun AAU career. It was a very great experience. I mean, from to the hotel.
A little room check right now.
You guys should have Jared, Julian, Imani, and Peter up in this room check.
We in here. Hey, we all in here, man. You buy my space and privacy. A lot of decisions right here. You know what I'm saying? Do you get ribs? Do you get beef? Do you get links? Who knows?
I want that.
You know what I'm saying? You know who Derrick Henry is? About to find out. It's kind of simple. What you mean? It's 4 buttons.
They give me a headache.
There's only 4
Give me
buttons.
1 button and a joystick and I'm good.
There's 2 joysticks and 4 buttons.
That's all I need.
To the swimming pools, to the court. I mean, AAU was like really, it's like the closest thing, in my opinion, to being a professional player that you can get at this age. Probably around 7th grade when I joined FBU Seattle, the FBU National Seattle team. I was like, nah, football is the sport for me. Because, you know, at that point I had played AAU basketball on the national level, and then now I finally play football on the national level. So when I compared the two, I just really thought that football was going to be my sport from that point on.
Go straight, Antoine.
Bam! Julian!
I remember it, shoot, like it was yesterday. I was in the 5th grade. We had went to Reno for a national tournament. It was in the championship game. I think it might have been the Cobras or the Vipers. It was one of those teams, and they just couldn't. They was like, there's no way this kid's, you know, in the 5th grade. Like, there's no way. So they challenged it. You know, you can, if you don't think a kid is a certain age, you can like go to the tournament officials and try to, you know, basically you can try to like, you know, say, oh, they have to prove it. Like, where's his proof? So I remember it. My dad.
In 5th grade, we went down to Reno for a AAU tournament. They ended up winning, and the team they played in the championship challenged the books.
So I remember they challenged it, and it cost like $100 to do it. And then they did it.
Paid $100 to challenge his age.
They were like certain that Julian was not in the 5th grade.
My dad had my birth certificate, and they lost money and lost the tournament because we won the championship game. So, I mean, at that point I was like, man, like this is never gonna go away. So, you know, at this point I really flipped it on its head because I learned to use it as a branding tool. Now everybody can look at me and be like, oh, like that's that grown man. Okay, that's cool. At least you notice me. You know what I mean? That's cool. Now I can, you know, make you see me. Now I can monetize off of that.
And all is just because you had a beard at 5, right?
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Beards have been running in their family.
At the airport, you know, they checking his ID and they looking at the ID and looking at him and looking at the ID and looking at him, and they're like, this boy got a beard and this says this kid should be in middle school, you know. And it's like, this is really him. And they be like,
Deontay, his older brother, been having a beard since like 10 years old, 11 years old, 12, whenever. You know what I'm saying? This is years ago, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, how does he have more beard than me? You gotta think, you know, them guys was kids. I was younger, you know what I'm saying? I was still in that kid bracket, but you know what I'm saying? Them guys just always looked older on everything. They was just always just had the size, you know what I'm saying? Just always just look older.
Like our genes created some black Superman or something.
Nick used to tell people he used to put gasoline in his bottle when he was a baby.
Yeah.
She's kind of like a matriarch, really. I mean, she holds down, you know, the house, and she sets all the rules and makes sure we're all in our chores, and she's just really a strong woman, you know, that I could have in my life, and, you know, a strong figure in my life, you know, that I can look up to. Whenever I need help with something, she's always there. She's always been there for my brothers and me, you know, at the end of the day. Yeah, just one of the strongest people I know in my entire life. And I just can't think, you know, she has to deal with all boys, you know, she don't got a girl, but you know, she's been able to stand her ground, and she always has been. So, you know, just props to her. School has always been a big part of my life. Even more so because, you know, my mom's a teacher. She's always been on us though. Even before she was a teacher, she used to work at Comcast, but really it was always about education.
It just became an expectation. They just knew that, like, hey, your grades are very important, your education is important. You know, the sports and everything is fine, it's great, but, you know, if you get hurt, you know, you break a leg or whatever and you can't go on, you know, your education is important. And so they knew that that was just an expectation that we had for them, like, it's A's and B's, and we definitely like more A's than B's. And a C, that doesn't fly because you're capable of more than that. So I think just, you know, expecting that from them, that's kind of what they became to expect from themselves.
I mean, the way we were raised is the way you're going to make it or make anything out of yourself is first having a good education and then sports comes second.
Because, you know, when they were younger, okay, I can check your homework, help you with your homework, but by the time they got into elementary, middle school, they had the expectation for themselves. So we didn't have to check your homework every day. I didn't have to see what did you get on this test or, you know, things like that. Julian, you know, got all A's and was mad because he got 2 A minuses. Oh my gosh, you know. So, you know, they were motivated themselves.
When we came home, the first thing that we had to do was homework. My parents were always like, you can't do nothing, you can't eat, you can't watch TV until you finish your homework. So every day we had that same routine. We'll come home and just get our homework done and, you know, and do whatever we wanted. But most definitely, I mean, education has always played a big role in our lives.
You're not hooping no more?
So it's complicated, man. This is how I'm gonna explain it though. There's a reason. You know, it's not like, you know, I was like, nah, I'm just done with basketball. I plan on going to college early and graduating early. And I'll be enrolling to USC in January. I know this is new news, and you see, this is new news. This is, you know, this is something actually, shoot, that I was like, I gotta do about a month ago. It hasn't been that long since I decided. So, you know, this is new news.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll be going to college early. How I'm going to do that is, like I said, school is very important. So, you know, I'm definitely going to take care of all that. And how I'm going to do it is, I'm basically in a run and start program at TCC. So right now, as we speak, I'm enrolled into an English class that I'm taking online at TCC. So I can have all my credits to leave. I'll be done with school because I only have 3 more classes to go. I'll be done probably about December 5th. So, you know, I'm just taking all the proper steps to get there, and this early enrollment process it's been great so far. So I honestly just can't wait. And, you know, really, I decided to do it because this is how you go to the NFL. This is how you can't go to the NFL if scouts don't see you on that field at the end of the day. And the quickest way to do that is you early enroll, you get in the system, and you beat somebody out their spot.
We were never doing it right, and that's why the white kids was always ahead of us. Black kids are doing it now. They saying if you're a real football player, they graduate in January, and now they enroll for spring. Because what it is, it's hard. It ain't like basketball. When you come in as a freshman, you like 6 on the depth chart. So you got a lot of movement to get up there to play. And if you come in the summer, it's hard to jump 4 or 5 people in the summer. And the white dude's been doing it forever. Because you don't have a body that can play right away. A lot of dudes don't. Because you're a freshman, your body gonna be shit. College ready already, so you're gonna be ready to walk in the door and play. Right. So ain't no sense being 5th, 6th on the depth. You keep forgetting he's a freshman.
I know.
And that's to go back, because I'm thinking because I sit down, you get ready to go, you got 3 years left of high school. Damn.
You take over the position. So yeah, it's all a chess move. You really gotta be smart about the decisions you make. Really, I'm doing it so I can start my freshman year. That's like the biggest part of it. That's the biggest reason. I wanted, and it was hard because this is why I was going back and forth with myself for about a month before I made the decision, because I wanted to finish basketball. You know, the love for the game I have for basketball is still there. You know, I still love basketball and I always will. But like I said, I told myself as a 13-year-old that football was my sport, so I can't second guess myself now.
So that Rainier Beach Lincoln game was your last high school hoop game.
Number 24, Julien Simon.
That was my last game, you know, and I have no regrets. I have no regrets. I played as hard as I could. I played my heart out. We didn't, you know, obviously we didn't get, we didn't get to the dome. We didn't get what we wanted, which is obviously the state championship. But I have no regrets about, playing that game and just playing my whole 3 years. You know, what's crazy about that is, in me playing in it, I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like at the time, that wasn't crossing my mind. I wasn't thinking about this could potentially be the last game, because I was like, shoot, I'll be back next year. So I wasn't as mad at the outcome. I wasn't as sad as the outcome when we lost.
I wore a shirt of him with him on it, football shirt, him stiff arming in his last football game. And I'm just like, coach, I'm on the bench telling him, I was like, all right, you gotta take over, you gotta do this. And like, he gets in a little bit of foul trouble, and I'm like, all right, you gotta find other ways to affect the game.
No. It's probably for the best that we didn't, because it might have felt a little different, it might have meant something different. But just thinking like, oh man, it's okay, you guys got next year. You can come back and do this again next year.
And at that point, for me, I was already starting to kick around in my head, for him to go ahead and enroll early into USC, like right after that game.
So that was the deciding factor.
I seriously was kicking that around in my head, and here we are.
But now that it's really got me thinking that really was my last game. And basically, that was my last chance to win a championship. But like I said, at the end of the day, I all got to think back to my goals and where, what I told myself as a 13-year-old, that football was going to be it. And this is the epitome of what football is, a sport for me.
Like thinking back on it, you guys are natural at football. Like, you guys can hoop, obviously, you feel me? But you guys is for sure natural at football. You, Jaden, Deontay, for real.
Yeah, it's just, honestly, it's just a sport that
you guys always had it.
We always had. I think really a lot of that had something, because my brother Jaden, he wanted to be a basketball player when he was younger, and he would always tell my dad, "Oh, I'm going to be a basketball player. Or I'm going to be a hooper." Yeah. Curtis he know that, because Jaden was, to be honest, I'm not going to say nobody's better than me, but shoot, he had those hoop skills, and he was real nice at a young age. And shoot, he can be a better hooper than me. That's fine, I'll admit it. But but football was always in our mind. I remember he actually wanted to quit football, and my dad wouldn't let him.
Who, Jaden?
Yeah, he wanted to quit football at a point, because he was like, "Dad, I'm gonna be a basketball player. Like, this is what I want to do." And my dad was like, "Just keep playing, son. Like, you never know what will happen." Right. But I would say probably when he got to high school, he realized that football was gonna be it for him.
Right.
Yeah.
East side of Tacoma. From the east side of Tacoma. When we fight, we put people in a coma. When we fight, we put people in a coma. Look at Julien. Look at Julien. He's that guy. He's that guy. Oh my God. Oh my God.
At the end of the day, the ball is the most important thing on that field. I feel like just my most important place to me is on defense is coming up with interceptions. Whether I take them home, take pick six, or just end up with the ball.
Give them a good jam, that'll help your safety out, okay? You're good.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting the ball, oh yeah, I'm about to go do something. Because you gotta have that mentality whether you do something or not. Because if you don't have that mentality, you won't do it. So really, I would say I think one of those where I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm about to go do something. It's probably like on the goal line when I know I'm getting the ball, because you cannot be stopped on the goal line. Like that's the most important part on the field, where you just got to come up with a score. So I would say when I get the ball on the goal line is when I know I'm about to go score. Guaranteed. Honestly, it depends on the situation. I really like playing slot though. That's one thing that people don't really know. Because they go, oh, he's a running back, but they don't know that I can play slot, and I'm a wide receiver and I got hands. And just, I don't know, there's something about running routes and just breaking people down that it's just so fun to me, and it's just like, if you know the person can't guard you in front of you, especially if they're going man, it's a wrap and you're getting the ball. So I really enjoy playing slot. Yeah. Every time. Yes, sir. Every time. Good. You know what I'm talking about.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.